Welcome to Unhinged Overhead Projections of the Colon. I know, you've always wanted to know, how do I make poop tubes look elegant? Well, just sit back, grab a barium smoothie, and relax, and get ready. First, we need to consider, is this a single column barium enema, or is this an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, fuck you barium enema? It's the first one. You're just using barium to highlight the colon. The one where you put the air in the colon, you're gonna have some air in the colon. So let's talk about the AP versus the PA. This is where your patient is laying supine, like the poor bastard gave up on life. While they're just laying there regretting all their life's choices, you have the beam perpendicular to them. For a single column, barium only, this projection, either AP or PA, will just be a general survey of the entire intestine. Delicious. If you have put air in the poor bastard, the transverse colon, you will see some air because it's going to rise, and then the sides will be full of goo. So AP, if there's air on top. Patient's laying face down, hopefully not in their own doo-doo at this point, and you can see the transverse colon highlighted if you have injected air into the poor bastard. Quiz time. What kind of contrast is air? It's negative because it doesn't have any radio opaqueness, you dumb bastard. Okay, let's move on to the really important shit, and probably the shit that you're going to actually be asked about. RAO, let's twist this intestine, baby. This position flirts with the hepatic flexure like it owes it money. The poor bastard is supine, still regretting all of their life choices, and they're rotated 35 to 45 degrees with their right side down. So just think, RAO, right side down, right flexure gets some breathing room. RAO. I like to say the A's have it for the colons. The A's, the RAO or the LAO, demonstrates the respective flexure. And the splenic flexure is going to be squished like a sad pancake. Now, because we need to be fair, LAO, left side, gets the love this time. LAO, left side down, is going to demonstrate the splenic flexure because we know the spleen is on the left side. LAO, left side open. The A's have it for the colon overhead projections. Now let's say you're shown a picture of this soupy mess. How are we going to remember which is which? First of all, if it's an oblique projection, you're going to see the Scotty dogs of the spine. Oof, oof. Think about what happens to the iliac wings when they get turned, right? Okay, so you're putting your left side down. You're gonna see less of your iliac wing because when you shoot the beam, it's gonna be kind of pointed up. And then the right iliac wing is kind of gonna flatten out. So, and then also you can look at which way the Scotty dogs are pointed, right? Okay, so looking at my body here, this is my left side. I know I'm kind of flipped because of the camera, but left side is down for the LAO. Right side is up. Here's the iliac wings, right? So think about your spinous processes. Which way are they going in an LAO? They're going left, right? Correct? So if your left wing is down and your right wing is out, your spinous processes are going that way. Think about how you look at a radiograph when it's hung, right? The patient's, you're looking at it and you're looking at the patient's right side on the left side of the radiograph. So if I see my spinous processes going that way to my left, then that is an LAO. I don't know if that makes sense because I took my meds and I'm not very unhinged right now. Let's pull up a picture. This is the Bontrager book. Copyright Bontrager. Citing my sources here. So this is an LAO, right? Look at how the left wing is up and the spinous processes are pointing to the left. But when LPOs and RPOs. LPO, liver sides party on. I don't know. Give it a try. So if it's an LPO, liver party on you, the right hepatic flexure is best demonstrated. Okay, let's talk about some decubes before I run out of time. Left lateral decube. Air rises, drama ensues. This one is for that double contrast enema with the air. If the patient is lying on their left side, you're going to see the right side, the ascending colon, and the hepatic flexure all full of air. Aren't you glad we don't have to do these anymore? This sounds like hell for the patient, does it not? All this flipping and flopping. Pop quiz time. What is the KVP that you would use if the patient's colon is full of barium? 90 to 125. It's got to be higher to penetrate that barium. Moving on. Oop, another learning opportunity. Why the fuck would we want to do an axial projection of the colon? The answer, to elongate the rectosigmoid colon, because you're some sort of colon rectum loving freak. You're going to do one of the following. You're going to either go AP or PA. AP would be an LPO axial, PA would be an REO axial. You're going to angle 30 to 45 degrees cephalad for the LPO, or 30 to 45 degrees caudad for the RAO. Let's find some ways to remember that, shall we? LPO and RAO, left butt cheek, right asshole. That's your mnemonic. Alright, for the LPO, the left butt cheek gets rotated down towards the table like it's trying to roll out of there and clock out early. LPO opens that sexy squiggly sigmoid colon by pulling the left ass cheek toward the table and giving that barium a runway to shine. RAO, right asshole. Put that right side down and now you've got that rectosigmoid S-curve spreading out like it's got secrets to tell. And here's how we remember all of these degrees. It's somewhere between 35 and 45 for how we put them in the RPOs and LAOs, and it's the same way with how to angle. So it's about 30 to 40 degrees angling either up or down. LPO, up the butt. RAO, out the ass. I can't believe any of you are taking me seriously right now. LPO axial projection, left side down. Up the butt, so here's your central ray. Up the butt for the LPO. LPO, left butt cheek. LPO, up the butt. Left butt cheek, up the butt. How many times have I said butt? Okay, let's flip it. RAO, out the ass. Your central ray is going to go out the ass. So down, that way. Anyway, that was really confusing. But, left butt cheek, right asshole. Up the butt, out the ass. That's how you're going to remember those axial projections. And now, you also need to know that there is a lateral projection. And if you want to know that it's lateral, just look at your image, and your spinous processes should be lined up like a lateral L-spine. And then also, that lateral is usually done for a cone down of the rectum. You sick freak. Good luck.